one. Yeah, Richie!
Okay, good afternoon and welcome to the RTR Bowling Show on YouTube. I am your host, Cujo. This is the Cujo's Doghouse. We have a lot of stuff to cover, so we're going to get right into it. Just a reminder that if you are taking yourself a little too seriously, or you're pretty stressed out about the holidays, or you're looking for hard-hitting bowling news or content, you are in the wrong place. Please scroll along. There's plenty of places to be. You're not going to enjoy yourself here. So if you're not one of them, you're going to have a good time, you enjoy it, stick around, we got a show for you. Okay, first to start us off, our product showcase this evening is the all-new 900 Global Eternity Pie. I shot 300 with this ball right off the press. Excellent piece. You're looking for something that's strong, but still not too early and slow. Check out the Eternity Pie from 900 Global. That ball will give you what you're looking for. Our sponsor this evening, our show is sponsored by Beavers Woodpile Pub. So check out the Beavers Woodpile Pub or Rudolph's Sled Sleigh Tours this holiday season. Those two sponsors will take good care of you. Tell them that RTR Bowling Show sent you, and you'll probably get some kind of a discount. Okay? So take care of our product showcase and our sponsors. Let's get into our show today. Okay, we're going to start off with our special league recaps. We do have a special guest today. Our special guest is none other than Sammy Stacks. Sammy is employed currently as a bowling handicapper slash illegal bookmaker, although he denies that. He is joining us here on satellite from his home location in Las Vegas. Say hello, Sammy.
How you doing? Richie Red, how are you? It's me, Sammy Stacks. I'm coming at you live from Las Vegas. From Vegas, baby. I call you Richie Red.
I'm okay there, Sammy. I'm not sure why you call me Richie Red, but maybe we'll get back into that in a minute. First, excuse me, let's start off with our league recap for the Union Camp League right here at Lang's Bowlorama on Sunday. Your leaders in the league, it's too early for this, is called, is the name of their team, and they are made up of Anthony Hayter, Mike DeRosa, and Mike Kelly. Those guys are 32 and 16 currently. They are leading the league. They're just a little bit ahead of a team called the Heavy Hookers. Love that name. Who doesn't like a heavy hooker, right, Sammy? 30 and a half for the Heavy Hookers, and the Freightliners right behind them, 29 and a half. So a slight lead there for your early leaders. Too early for this. Apparently it's too early for them to be the leaders, but they are currently your leaders in the Union Camp League. High average in that league, Dan Vincent, 236.09. 236.09, pretty good for Dan Vincent. He's being chased by Matt Pritchard at 233.86, and the Snowman, Ray Snow, 233.22 currently. These are as of Thanksgiving week, so if you're seeing this show much later than that, these may not be up to the minute standings. Okay, next in our league recap, we have the Tuesday Trios League. That's the league happening at East Providence Lanes. Your winners for the first half winners, Alyssa and the Maniacs. I actually subbed for this team last year. That's the team of Alyssa Joliker, Chris Joliker, and Mike Dupuis. Some excellent bowlers and really cool people. Fun to party with those guys. And they are having a heck of a year so far. Off to a great start, winning the first half in the Tuesday Trios League there on that challenge shot at East Providence Lanes. Your high average leader in that league is none other than Eldon Dunbar. Eldon Dunbar is leading the league, 226.94. He's just ahead of Alex Carden, who was leading the league for a little while on average. He's now in second, with just a fraction behind Eldon. For the women, Alyssa Joliker is the leader for the women at 196.90. Alyssa Joliker, your women's leader in a high average on the Tuesday Trios League. Okay, moving over to the Lang's Invitational League here at Lang's on Wednesday night. Your leaders currently in the first half is none other than Custom Pro Fit number 1. They are 38-14. They were just recently put into that spot, passing John Van Hees' Strike Effects team. Custom Pro Fit 1 is made up of Curtis Johnson, who's currently out on injury. He's being replaced currently by Alan Tweedle. And those guys have Bruce Simmons, George Simmons, and Josh Simmons, along with Josh Cook in that lineup. Alan Tweedle has been very good in Curtis's absence, has really helped them push forward to the top of the league. And like I said, their record is 38-14, with a good sized lead over John Van Heese's group. John Van Hees is leading the league at 249.83 in that league. 249.83 is the current average leader. All right, since we're done with that league recap, that does lead us to our Woof Woofs of the evening. Our first Woof Woof goes out to John Van Hees, who shot 869 plus another 820 series as well in Langs in the Invitational League. And I believe that is the highest series bowl this season in Rhode Island. I believe it might be tied for the highest one in a while. I know last year that Timmy Gagne led the state with 869, I believe. So John's 869 this year is also equal to that. So our first Woof Woof goes out to John Van Hees for his multi 800 set and his 249 league leading average, as well as a 300 game, or a couple of 300s. I believe he had 2 300s. All right, next goes out to Curtis Johnson, who had his first 800 of his career, 834, a big one, and he shot 300 that night as well. So 300, 834 for Curtis Johnson right before he went out on medical leave. So unfortunately, we'll have to see how he comes back from that. But 300, 834 for Curtis Johnson, our other Woof Woof of the evening. Good job for you guys.
The reason why I call you Richie Red is because you lead the state in red there, Richie Rich. You know, red, like is in red numbers. Got me? Ayo.
I get it there, Sammy. I appreciate it. But why don't you stick to the reason why you're here, which is giving us some interesting bets that maybe we can make. Maybe you could give us a prediction on what might happen in the average race on Wednesday night at Langs Invitational League.
Now listen, Cupcake. All I can say on that is the average chase is off the board because John's too high of a favorite. But if you want to make a long shot bet, I'll give you this one. Tim Healy, 5-1 on the odds for winning high average. Since last year we had a couple of lefties up there. He is going to be our lefty pick for this season. Timmy Healy, you can take him at 5-1. That pays 500 out of 100. For those of you who don't get it, Richie Red.
Okay, Sammy, I get that. I'm Richie Red because I got red numbers. I got it. Okay. As for the Tim Healy bet on high average, 5-1 seems like that wouldn't be a very good bet. Maybe I'll keep my money in my pocket. I do have a quick question. Somebody in the chat wants to know what you have for a real job. If you can give us some information on that later.
You told somebody I was going to be on the show and they wanted to know what my job is. Listen, Cupcake Red Leader, my job is I'm a money maker. I make money. You got it? Money.
Okay, thank you, Sammy. We will get back to you. I know you have some more bets you'd like us to make, and even a couple of suggestions on maybe some matches. So we'll get back to you, and we'll give you a prediction from you for some upcoming tournaments. For right now, we're going to go down our major news of this show, and that is our Rhode Island Bowling player rankings for the first quarter of 2023/2024 bowling season is out. So this is quarter one for the current season, 23-24. These are your top 25 bowlers. We're going to run down the list from 25 through 1. So this is group 25 through 21. These are the 5 guys at the very bottom of the top 25. You got Brian Gill at 25, Dan Vincent at 24, Jimmy Sebasta at 23, Ray Snow at 22, and Rich Getz at 21. Again, 25 through 21, you got Brian Gill, Dan Vincent, Jimmy Sebasta, Ray Snow, and Rich Getz.
What kind of a shame is that? My God.
As I said, Sammy, we'll get back to you. First, let's get down to the next group of 5. This is 20th through 16th. These are your 20th through 16th ranked bowlers for the first quarter. Starting at number 20, Tim Healy, Tim Gagne, Sean Richard, Greg Green, and Chris Page. Those are 20 through 16. Obviously, Sean Richard is the one guy in that group who may lose his Rhode Island status. He bowled in a Rhode Island League in the summer, but he is not currently sanctioned in a Rhode Island League in this fall season. So unless he does end up bowling in a fall season league here in the next quarter, he probably will not be, or he will not be ranked for next quarter. But currently, Sean Richard is right there at 18. You got Greg Green at 17 and then Chris Page at 16. On to our next 5. This is bowlers 15th through 11 in order. From 15th through 11, Mark Gonzalez, Joey Tranzu, Bill Tessier, Ryan Caradillo, and Mike Carter, who had an amazing early part of the fall season. He's bowling really well. Made a number of appearances in tournaments with good finishes and cashes. So good for him. Those are your 15 through 11 bowlers. Now on to the 10 through 6 bowlers. This is 10th in the league, or 10th in the state through 6th in the state. Starting at number 10, Justin Veal, Robert Toth, Jamison Matthew, who won a NEVA recently, John Van Hees, who was last year's, the year before his last year's bowler of the year, not this past year just finished, but the year before that he was bowler of the year, and Jalen Scott Jones, who was last year's bowler of the year. Again, that's 10th through 6th. Justin Veal, Robert Toth, Jamison Matthew, John Van Hees, and Jalen Scott Jones. Okay, now on to our top 5. These are the top 5 bowlers in the state here for the first quarter in the Rhode Island player rankings, Rhode Island bowling player rankings. 5th place through 1st. In 5th, Alex Carden, who won the Warrior event earlier this year. He is 5th currently ranked. Randy Hagamosa, who has been in the top 5 for a long time. He is currently 4th. Next on the list, Alex Aguiar, who has just recently regained Rhode Island bowling player status. He is now bowling in the league this year in Rhode Island, so he is back in the list of Rhode Island bowlers. He is currently ranked 3rd. Nate Clark is your number 2 bowler in the state for this quarter, and your number 1 bowler in the state for the quarter. Rhode Island bowling player rankings, number 1 bowler for this quarter is Colby Hagamosa, who has multiple wins already in this quarter and has a huge lead at 2,800 points, more than 600 points better than number 2 Nate Clark. So Colby Hagamosa may be there for a while, your number 1 ranked bowler for this quarter. Congratulations to our top 25 bowlers.
Okay, thank you, Richie Red. I appreciate that list. I got me a couple of ideas on that one day. First of all, you got 15 to 1 that you Rhode Island bowler over here is going to be Alexandria. Alexandria 15 to 1 to be the Rhode Island bowler player of the year and the number 1 player at the end of the game. If you want to be the long shot, you can take Jamison Matthew at plus 964. That's plus 964. And Jamison Matthew will be your number 1 ranked player of the year. You also could bet that your next first-time NEVA winner will be Mark Gonzalez, will win a NEVA by the end of the year, even 23-24. That one there is plus 911, 911 for Mark Gonzalez to win his first NEVA of the year in this bowling season.
Okay there, Sammy, I appreciate that insight, but again, with the Richie Red thing, you can go easy with that. Again, I did have a couple of black numbers this past month, so if you could appreciate you going a little easy on the red leader thing, all right? Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, relax there, little guy. Calm down. Calm down, calm down. Just a little joke. It's not like we're doing a tarp match here, where the loser is going to go to the glue factory. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Just go with it, Richie Red. Alright? Okay, next. I got a prediction for your Tuesday Trios League, where I believe that Alyssa and the Maniacs, I think they should be Alyssa and the Mechanics, because the way that Mikey and Chris Challenger throw the bow, they're like master mechanics. I say they win the second half as well as the first half, and they run away with it on Tuesday night. And I think that your winner in high average is going to be Alyssa, and I think that Your men's high average winner is going to be Alex Aguilar and not Elwood or Alex Scott. So take it to the bank, Richie. You got Alex Aguilar for the men's high average winner, Alyssa for the female, and Mike in the Maniacs, should be called the Mechanics, are going to win both halves and run away with the Tuesday trios. If you want to bet the Wednesday night league, I can get you a custom pro fit one to win the league at plus 359. 359 for custom pro fit to win this half. But if you want to bet custom pro fit this half and strength effects for the second half, I can get you paid that 26 to 1. That's right, $2,600 to win 100 if you take custom pro fit 1 in the first half and strike effects in the second half. What do you think about that, Richie Red?
Thank you, Sammy. I'm not sure if we needed all of that commentary on all of our leagues and our run for high average, but we do appreciate the insight, and I'll consider some of those bets. I'm just not sure about this glue factory thing, this comment about glue factories or tarp matches. I'm not sure how that all works, but I will consider your betting advice as you are in fact the expert. Now on to our grab bag of randomness. For tonight's grab bag of randomness, this is what we got. In our grab bag of randomness, I'm not sure if you guys are aware of us out there, but the Wampanoags introduced us pilgrims, quote unquote pilgrims, separatists slash settlers who came over here from Europe. The Wampanoags introduced the Three Sisters crops. And did you know, or were you aware that the Three Sisters crops were beans, corn, and squash? So those of you who love coffee, you love popcorn, and you like to eat some squash, you can thank the Wampanoags. And you can thank tonight's grab bag of randomness fact for that information. Okay, to wrap up our show, we got a couple of tournament trail announcements. If you're watching this show on Sunday night, which we hope you are, you probably just saw the end of the Northeast Megabucks event with Chris Viale up at Chicopee Lanes. That is an outstanding event. Huge prize money, huge event. I think he sold out just about every entry spot that he had, so big time event. So we'll give you the results in an upcoming show. So there's the Northeast Megabucks event at Chicopee, and then in December we have the Joey DeRue Toy Drive tournament in December. So if you need more information about that, find Joey's page or the Let's Do That Bowling Thing page for more information about the Toy Drive Trios, I believe it is. That is an outstanding event, always fun, always well attended, and Joey does as good a job as anybody around as far as running tournaments. So check out either one of those two events. And finally, our shout outs, our woof woofs go out to this year's Rhode Island Bowling Hall of Famers, this year's newly elected members of the Rhode Island Bowling Hall of Fame, and they are Donnie Cornell, Scott Santos, Greg Flamond, and Marty Jones, right from Lang's Bowlrama. Three of those guys, Greg Flamond, Donnie Cornell, and Scott Santos elected in the performance category. Marty Jones elected for meritorious service. Outstanding. Congratulations to you guys. I know this was Donnie's second time on the ballot. He didn't get in last year, just missed. And then this year he gets in. Greg and Scott both their first year on the ballot. Marty as well, his first year on the ballot. There were a number of guys on the ballot this year who did not get in. Steve Dixon was on the ballot this year for the first time. Jimmy DeSoma was on the ballot for the first time this year. Those guys did not get enough votes this year, but they will return next year on the ballot as well. And Jerry Fortier, this is his second time on the ballot, his second year on the ballot in a row. Did not, again, get enough votes to get in. He'll be on the ballot for next year as well. I believe that's his last year, last chance to get in. And also, Al Green was also added to the ballot this year. I know Al, I know of Al pretty well. Greg, that's Greg Green's father. Outstanding contributions to the state. He didn't quite get enough votes this year to get in, but he will be on the ballot again next year. So hopefully, Al will get enough votes to get in for next year. So congratulations to those of you who were nominated, those of you who got on the ballot, and big, huge congratulations to those of you who are now newly elected Rhode Island Bowling Hall of Famers. Congratulations. And the dinner for that is next Sunday, December 3rd. We'll be bringing you some footage for that dinner for your next show here on RTR Bowl. All right, and that will do it for our show. We do want to say thank you to 900 Global for sponsoring the show with our product showcase. This is the Eternity Pie from 900 Global. Check this ball out, available now from 900 Global in Storm. Also, thank you to our sponsors for the show, Beaver's Woodpile Pub and Rudolph's Sleigh and Sled Tours. Both of those sponsors, we thank you very much for making the show happen. We appreciate you. And also thank you to Langs and the Nelson Center for giving us this lovely space, beautiful space to record our show. So thank you to all of our show's sponsors and our lovely subscribers of you guys out there. So if you get a chance, please hit the like, the subscribe button. There's some kind of little ding ding bell thing. I don't know how it works, but there's something there you can get like notifications. If that's on there, ring that too. I guess I don't know what it does, but check that out if you get a chance to. If you get a chance to order a jersey, if you need a jersey, check out Bowlify. Use the code RTRRich to get a little discount and help out the channel as well. Our Bowlify sales have been outstanding this year, better than they have been any year I've been on staff. In fact, I think I'm already at my sales quota for the year. We're only in November here, so thank you guys for using my code, and thank you for supporting Bowlify. This is the Bowlify jersey I just got. This is the red, white, and blue motif jersey I got. Figured I'd wear this in honor of Thanksgiving, a very American holiday. So this is our newest jersey. We do have a couple of others, but if you need a jersey, check out Bowlify. If you're looking for bowling balls, check out the Eternity Pie from 900 Global. And that's about it. RTR Bowling on YouTube. We appreciate having you. This is Cujo out from the dog pile. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your time, and we'll see you soon on our next show. Oh, the last thing I did want to say, thank you to Sammy Stacks for coming out and being our guest today. We appreciate having you, Sammy, and his satellite feed seems to be down. So I don't know if we'll get any more Sammy, but if either way, if you enjoyed having Sammy, please bloop that down there in the comments. Let us know that you enjoyed Sammy. If you want to see more guests, give us some suggestions who you'd like to see. Other than that, we are out. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to our subscribers, all 12 of you. I appreciate you. Woof, woof. Cujo's out of the dog box.